guys, so I was just on the highway and I was talking to God, and this is very deep. Okay, so this is confirmation for someone relating to their partner, their kingdom husband or their kingdom wife. He never specifically said this was a kingdom wife or a husband that's going through this, but this is someone's confirmation. Okay, so God said it was a spell, it was a love spell. So for someone, like, your partner, your kingdom partner was under some sort of love spell. Like, the person they were with before did a love spell on them, and the type of spell that they did, it was like a binding spell, as in, like, the binding spell they did, it's kind of like they did something to kind of bind them together, which means that the partner could never leave this person. So you may have been dealing with someone that kept going back to their ex, and no matter what, they kept running back to the person, and they didn't know why they kept doing it, but it was a binding spell. The type of spell they did, it's like a spell that basically your partner can never leave them, basically. And if your partner does leave them, their life will fall apart, as in, like, every other relationship they go into, everything they do, it's kind of like it falls apart. So what that does is, like, the partner keeps running back to the person because they realize every time they leave this person, things in their life fall apart. Every other relationship they try to get into falls apart. So they always end up running back to that person, thinking that that's the only way their life could be stable, is by being with that person. That is definitely a love spell that this person did. It's a binding spell. So basically that person was saying, like, you have to be with me forever, and if you leave me, nothing's gonna work out for you. Like, that's the type of spell they did, right? So that was happening consistently until they met you. So once they met you and you started praying for the person, you started, fasting for the person, you were actually able to help break this spell. And this is why the ex-partner that originally placed this curse, aka spell, on your partner, this is why they dislike you. This is why they consistently try to attack you, because in that person's eyes, you intervened. You interfered with what it is that they were trying to do. They wanted this person and them to be together forever, so they went out their way and did a spell to try to keep them together forever, only for you to come in and for you to break that spell. And that's why they have this animosity towards you. That's why they keep trying to attack you. Although none of the attacks worked, that's why they kept trying to attack you. Just confirmation, because what they did was working until you came along. So your partner may have left that person and went into other relationships, and they kept falling apart. Their life may have been going through disasters, and probably weren't able to keep a job, weren't able to keep anything, and they had to always keep running back to that ex because that's the type of spell she did or he did. Then you come along now, and now you've broken that. So the person can actually be with you and be in a healthy relationship, and nothing will fall apart because you have broken that. And that's the thing. What people don't understand is, this stuff will have effect on people that are not living and not walking with God. It will have this type of effect on people. But once you start walking with God and you start praying to God, you start fasting, this stuff won't have that effect on you. You may feel attempts and stuff, but it's not going to stay on you. It's never going to work. It's wholeheartedly work. It's never going to keep you bound or keep you stuck because you're walking with God. You get what I'm saying? So once your partner met you, it's like you were like that saving grace for your partner. Saving grace, like, and your partner today is now walking with God, now praying, now fasting, and your partner thanks God every day for you. Your partner says, God, you used him or her to save my life. Like, I'm not sure if it's a male or female. God just said, your partner. He didn't say like kingdom marriage, but when God talks about your ordained, he's usually talking about kingdom marriage. But this person's like praying and thanking God for you because you saved this person's life, literally. Because of you, they're closer to God. Because of you, they're walking with God. Because of you, this curse has been broken. This spell has been broken. And the person actually didn't really realize they had a curse on them until they got with you. Once they got with you and they realized who you are in their life, and they realized that everything is finally stable, and they looked at all the past relationships they tried to get into after being with that ex and it falling apart, they realized that there was something that was done to them. And it's without you even saying anything. It's just you praying for them, fasting for them helps them come to the revelation. And them getting closer to God helps them come to the revelation that something was done. Now that ex is living with, like, resentment now, like retaliation mode, but none of it's working. But you definitely saved this person's life. Well, God saved this person's life, but God used you. You get what I'm saying? To open the door to help this person, and this person thanks God every day for you. Okay, they woke up. They know what's going on now. Okay, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.